Hello. Hi, guys. It's your girl, Remba. Oh my god. Oh, guys. Okay. Acha niache muhahe. I am back, and I'm back again with more interesting video. So, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is the best place you can ever be. If this is your comeback, oh my god, I love you so much. Thank you so much for the subscriptions. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for being part of the family. Yes. So if you have watched my last video, I answered some of the Q&A questions about my life. So today I found out that I should answer some of the assumptions in life, some of the assumptions in our sexual life, in our personal life, in our whole life. And akidredi zangu zimetokana, but it's okay. Don't mind. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to go straight to the questions. Okay, before this is I don't know if this is a disclaimer or okay, this is a lesson that I have learned after answering my every assumption. By the way, I've realized if you answer your assumptions, it kind of reflects your life. It helps you reflect. It kind of helps you realize where you have been going wrong, where you should change. If they are based in these assumptions, where you should start and where you should kurekebisha. If they are basically your life assumptions, then they are oftenly okay, they are definitely going to help you change your life for the better. So I'm going to answer these questions. I think I'm using too much but it's okay, forgive my tongue. In the meantime, I'ma give you 5 seconds to subscribe and hit that subscribe button right there, notification bell. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for the subscription. We are at, I think Leo took, okay, right now I think we are at 1.58. So 1.59, 1.6. Yes, you guys are getting there. So I'm going straight to the video. The first assumption is that sex should be like porn. I feel like most of the people think so, especially because porn is like everywhere nowadays and the internet is reachable to everyone. So sex or porn is like people are watching it everywhere. So I mean, it's open, so sex should be like porn. I don't think sex should be like porn. It depends with the person. And if you have this person that you think he or she is not great in sex, just because you have seen something that you want in the porn section or in the porn herb, and you think your guy is not great, your girl is not great, why don't you teach them what you want, right? I mean, I don't know, but I don't think sex should be like porn. It should it should be give me some milk. It should be like something you're comfortable with, something both of you are comfortable with, and something that both of you are enjoying and happy with. So I don't think sex should be like a porn. Then on to the next. It's that most people assume that only certain bodies are sexy. For example, let's go back to the porn thing. You find that, okay, don't judge, no judgment on my channel, please, no judgment. On the Pornhub, you'll find that they have classified maybe petite girls, with the guys with the big, big, yes, and the medium and the small sized, the big, the fat girls, or different kind of lips. But I feel that the diversity, the audacity is so, I don't know, so low. So I don't think that you should assume that there's certain, maybe the petite girls only are there, the flavorable ones, are the hot ones, are the ooh la la, tarara tarara. Kama hujajaribu hizi zingine, I don't know, but don't assume. And I'm not saying you go trying everything. Just don't assume. You might find some love somewhere, and then because she's huge, you're like, yeah, don't assume. And then there's another assumption that, okay, people are assuming what someone likes. Okay, I think this is gender based, sexual based. So you should not assume that someone, what am I saying? Hizi maswali nimeandika I took them from some DM questions, so I'm kind of getting confused what this question means. So assuming what someone likes based on their gender. Oh, you should not assume that someone likes something because he or she is maybe a guy or a girl. I don't know. I don't think you should assume. Never assume anything, in short. And then okay, assuming that my boyfriend likes what I like in bed. Well, I don't think I should assume that because kila mtu ako na taste yake, kila mtu ako na style yake, kila mtu ako na chenye anapenda. We are all different with different tastes, different likes, different life, different hates, different everything. You should not assume that your boyfriend likes what you like because he doesn't like what you like. He doesn't. Note that. Usiende super ufikiria just because I eat crepes, my guy is gonna like crepes. No. Don't. We are all different in different ways. And then, assumption that having sex with too many people is being a slut. I don't agree. I don't think so. I don't assume so because you don't know why this particular girl is sleeping with many guys. You don't know. So never put that paranoia. But I don't think so. What do you guys think? Tell me down on the comment section what you think. Then the other one is that a stranger is the best person to fall in love with. Okay. To some extent, maybe there's this situation where people say the first sight crush. I think to some it works. No judgment. I'm sorry. But I also think sorry about the stitch. So I was saying that what was I saying? That love. Okay, you should love your best friend, someone you can talk to freely, someone you can tell everything and anything without them judging. I don't know, I feel you should maybe fall in love with your best friend. No hard feelings. So the next one is, I don't think so. In Kwangu mimi I don't think so. Okay, but I think so. I don't know. A stranger is the best person to fall in. I don't think. Plus, a stranger could also have a motive of hurting you. So, you should trust a doer better than a talker. Well, that's true. You should. Yes. Okay, I do. I do. Yes, I assume that I should trust a doer more than a better. I mean, actions speak louder than words, right? Duh. My life and my priorities are important for everyone else. That is a bad assumption. Don't assume that. Because let me tell you, I used to think that, okay, I think it was self-love, selfishness. That is selfishness. Because your priorities are not important to other people. Should not. Because they also have their own things. If it's your problem, they also have their own problems. Okay, let's say maybe they are caring. They can be caring. But you should not assume that your priorities should be theirs. You should not assume that, because utaishi na stress. Kila mtu na life yake, kila mtu na mashida zake, kila mtu na msalaba wake. Yes. So the assumption that people closest to me can tolerate my bullshit, definitely. Well, to some extent I thought that I mean na ujinga nayo ni sawa, I know I can't be stupid and stubborn sometime, and so I thought that maybe everyone should just tolerate it. I mean, if you get it, you get it. If you want to be my friend, you should just tolerate my bullshit. Okay, to some extent, I think that's a 50-50 thing, because you cannot change yourself for other people. I definitely, personally, cannot change my personality, my qualities to please someone, if that's the word. This life no balance. Ha! Mayo, you can imagine. You won't imagine that Mimi Rainbow, I have talked and talked and talked and explained and explained. Kumbe sikuwa na record. Sikuwa na record. Jeez. Gosh. Oh. Aki things we face huku kwa background to create this content. Please guys, give me a like. Please guys, give me a like and subscribe if you feel me. Well, that was a minute of consoling my soul. Yeah, and let's get going. So avoiding pain is one of the top priorities in life. Well, I feel like avoiding pain shouldn't be a priority, because I think pain helps us. Personally, I've learned that pain might help you to release in your pain unafeel inakusaidia una release the tension in you. It helps you move on, because ukifungia the pain, for example, if it's a heartbreak pain, trust me, one day, one time, it's going to come back and haunt you, and you're going to blow up. So allow yourself to feel the pain. That's according to me. What do you guys think? People should be grateful or give something if I help them. That's a bad assumption. Well, I personally think that you should give and go. Tenda wema, nenda zako. Don't assume that everyone utakuwa mzuri kwake atakuwa mzuri kwako. That will not happen. Just do good and live. Some other goods will come to you. Don't wait to be repaid. It's not a good assumption. I don't assume that. Then the other assumption is that it will all work out on its own. My darling, it will not. It will not. It will not work out on its own. No, you have to put pressure. You have to work for it. You have to be smart. Yes. Somebody say bombo clad. Yeah, it doesn't work on its own. Don't lie to yourself. It never works on its own. You have to work. Kiss is the beautiful feeling. Well, true. Yeah, it is. What? It is, yes. I don't think that's an assumption. If there are people who assume that kiss is a beautiful feeling, then stop assuming. It is. Everything is connected. Okay, the other assumption is everything is connected. It's all part of the same subject. So some people assume that everything is connected and it's part of the whole subject. I think it is. In one or another, everything is connected. I don't know if this is going to get home, but everything is. For example, lies. Hey, kama we ni mwongo, you definitely know that one lie leads to the other, and the other lie connects back to the first lie. So I think everything is connected. Not only lies in life, okay, not everything, but tuseme basi mostly, most of the things are connected. One thing is always connected to the other thing. One dot is always to be connected to the other dot. I think so. I don't know. What do you think? The other assumption is that generosity is a beautiful gift. It is a beautiful gift which can be misused. Yes, generosity is a beautiful gift, but it can be misused. So I don't believe on being generous to everyone. Well, there's a time when I used to be so generous. Oh, mi kuna time nilikuwa mgenerous vibaya sana, but I later came to see that people will take that generosity for granted and misuse you for being generous. I don't know if you get me. Has it happened to you? Because it has happened to me. The other one is that anger is an incredible destroyer. That's true. Anytime you do anything, or anytime you make a decision based on anger, it's never the right decision. Trust me. It's never the right decision. I have learned that out of experience. Well, I know I am a short-tempered person, but lately a lot of things are changing in me. But I think when you're angry, find something to do until your anger calms down. If your partner is angry, don't talk to them when they are angry. Look for that soothing time to talk to them, because every decision, everything done out of anger is never the best. It never brings out any best outcome. Trust me. And then the next assumption is that love is the main requirement. Well, I don't think love is the main requirement. It depends with which love, because everyone loves to be loved. Kila mtu anapenda kupendwa, so but I don't think that the love sasa the which love am I talking about? The boy girl love, I don't think it's a main requirement up to some extent where you feel like you really need it. So I don't know how you feel about that, but well, to some extent it is. Then the other assumption is that patience is the perfect strength. True. Yeah. Well, I think patience is the perfect strength, and it could also be a weakness depending on how you apply it. Then the next one is perseverance is the greatest superpower. It is. I mean, tumekuwa tukiambiwa you should persevere. So, I think it is. Yeah, it's mindset. It is. Then the next one is that happiness is the center of everything. Yes, it is. Always try to be happy. Always feel happy. Even when things are bad, try and do something that will make you happy and smile. Trust me. It is what it is. So, out of all that, I have learned that you should shed out your ego. Gosh, I'm sorry. It's not about the stitches. I mean, na record na simu, so kuna time nachoka kidole, nachoka mkono, so you have to bear with me before we get a camera. You guys should subscribe and watch so that we can get paid by YouTube, and then we can buy a camera and some stands and ring lights, and then ulala tarara, so that we can create great content. So what I was saying is that you should always shut out your ego, and you will surely win the race. Surely. Chailewa umeru kondani yangu, kimeru I'm American, so shut out your ego and you will surely win the race. That's me, Rambo. the sayer. So that was it for today. Till next time, make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. Bye bye, and I love you so much. Ooh.